Good morning out there. It is day 117 and we just left camp and we are heading north, and our goal I think today is around 16 miles, and we are going to stop at the Bulls store, country store, something like that. It's got deli sandwiches, and Jim is actually going to meet us at the trailhead and take us there. So he is still in Connecticut. So for those of you guys that didn't see, a previous friend of mine out of Jacksonville drove up to Connecticut for a wedding, but stopped in New York and was our trail angel. He provided us with some trail magic and treated us to dinner. And so he's still in the area. So he's going to meet us at the deli, or at the trailhead, and take us to the deli. And so we have some motivation this morning to get moving. And we also are getting in Connecticut today. So that's exciting. Slept pretty good last night. I put my tank top on the outside of my tent and hung it on the handle of my trekking pole, because I use my trekking poles to keep my tent up. And when I put it on this morning, a big old a big old spider crawled out of it, and I had to figure out how to get it out of my tent. But it was like a big wolf spider or something, I don't know. But it taught me a lesson. Like I said at the very beginning, the trail is my teacher. So I will shake up my clothes again, or from now on, and make sure I don't have any creepy crawlies in my shirts or anything else before I put them on. So it's 7 o'clock, so we're getting out before the heat starts coming up. If we can make it, we'll make it to the deli by noonish, I think. We're gonna stop and get water, and we're gonna stop at the next shelter, the one we were trying to get to last night, to use the privy, and then just heading north. So I'll show you what it looks like right now. We're hitting this boardwalk, and but the trail should be, relatively good in regards to terrain. I think we're gonna have some rocks, but I think we have 2 decent sized climbs, but nothing horrific or big. So that means we should make pretty good time on the trail. I feel like I've recovered some from the heat yesterday. Oh, I know what I wanted to tell you. So the reason why I'm wearing my tank top and not my shirt is because I thought it smelled like urine, and I'd laid it out to dry when we were at the deli the other day, and I thought maybe a critter came and peed on it because I left it out there without really paying attention to it. But then season 1 came to me today and said that her socks smelled like ammonia, and that might have been the issue. And she said that's because we're not getting enough protein. So I'm still in my tank top today, which I don't enjoy because my straps rub on my shoulders, but I can't put that shirt on right now. It smells so bad. So I'm going to grin and bear it. And tomorrow we will be it'll be a shorter day tomorrow because we're going to get picked up by season 1's sister, and we'll have a couple of days to slack pack, so we'll be able to have some clean clothes for a couple days, and then I can get my green shirt back on. This is one of the water sources. You can see how much, if you look at the bed, how much it's gone down. But there's one in 0.5, so we're gonna hit that one. We've just come to the Wiley shelter, And that's where we were gonna come last night, but made a wise decision to stay at that campsite. Here's the login book. Oh, very cool. Here's the pump that you're supposed to be able to use at this shelter, but I don't know if it's working. There are mixed reviews. We stopped. Oh, my whole shoe just went in mud. See? We stopped to take a small break, use the privy, which was absolutely disgusting, and get a snack. And now we're just a little bit more than a mile away from the Connecticut border. So excited. Well, my shoes have been rained on and mudded, so they are officially hiking shoes. Looks like the bridge got washed out. There's the other side. There's a rope right there and some rocks we can hop through. So we're gonna see how that works. Made it to the other side. Now we're one step closer to Connecticut and one step closer to Katahdin. Okay, we are crossing the border. We're going out of, where are we going out of? What state are we in? Oh, New York and into Connecticut. And someone left a bunch of gallons of water for water cache. So we have one more state in our rear view mirror, and we have Connecticut, Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine to capture next. One step at a time. So we have 4.1 to get to the country store where Jim, my friend from Florida, is gonna pick us up and take us to the country store / deli. And then we will continue on from there to our campsite shelter for the night. And then continue our trek. So exciting. I've never been to Connecticut, nor New York, or almost all the states up here. But I'm looking forward to this short visit in Connecticut. It's not a very long part of the trail. It just cuts off like the northwest corner of the state. And then we will be in Massachusetts, which is season 1's home state. And this is what the beginning of Connecticut looks like for us on the trail. Up and away. We have another sign up here. Appalachian Trail, Connecticut, Maine to Georgia. We are starting our ascent up the climb of the 10-mile hill. It's about a mile long, so I'm not sure where the name comes from, but we will summit this in about a mile. Let's get this climb going. I'll show you more at the top. All right. Phew. Just summited 10-mile hill. Now we're heading down. We are walking alongside the 10-mile river right now. That's the bridge, and we stay along the river the entire time until we get to the deli. It's beautiful. We should be sitting on a rock, soaking our feet, playing in the water. The last mile and a half before we get off for lunch, we follow this river and listen to the power of it. which is really cool. And it even cools us off a little bit. So it's a win-win.
Okay.
We're just coming off the trail, and our trail angel Jim is here to pick us up. There's the covered bridge. Only one vehicle at a time can go through there. Rules Bridge, Kent, Connecticut. Just got back from lunch, and we are going to head back on the trail. We are back on the trail. We just did a little climb. We are still climbing though, because this climb will get us to the top. Then we will walk across the top and down to our shelter for the night. So we'll be climbing for a little while longer. And in case you were wondering, there are rocks in Connecticut. It was so good. I know I'm probably saying this over and over again, but it was just so nice of Jim and Janice to come back out today and just love on us the way they did. It was so appreciated and such a mood lifter. The people on our journey that have helped us, encouraged us, have played such a big role. And I hope they understand their part in helping us get to Katahdin. So big shout out to you guys today. Thank you so much. We've been climbing pretty good. We're almost at the top, but here's a beautiful view. The first one in Connecticut. Just filled up on water at a water source. And now we have 3 miles to get to the shelter. I just checked the radar, and we have a nice storm coming in. It says it'll be here around 5:20, and it's 3:30 right now, which means that if we are on the pace that we normally are, we should get to the shelter around 5 o'clock. So today has been hot, but not as gruesome as yesterday. I think the high was 92, but we've had a lot of cloud coverage, so we haven't had the direct sun beating on us like we did yesterday, and it makes a difference. Well, it already started raining on us, but we have 1.7 to go. We have the rest of this climb to do, and then one more, and we have 2 steep downs, so we need to make sure we're careful with that. But we're gonna get a little break in the rain, and we'll be good to go. Give you a little view of what we're going down right now. We just came from over there. The rain's let up for a little bit. We just had 2 or 3 pretty good climbs, and we're trying to get to the shelter before the big part of the storm comes, and I think it's coming at 6, and we're like 0.6 away from the shelter, so it's 4:48 right now, so we should have no problem doing that as long as the radar doesn't speed things up. So phew, my handkerchief that I wipe my sweat off in, I could wring out right now. It's so wet. I don't know if you could hear that little rumble of thunder, but it's coming our way. And hopefully there'll be room in the shelter, and we can just watch an amazing thunderstorm in action and not have to be in our tents for that. So that's what we're praying for. And just taking it one step at a time. It's been a really good day. It's been hard. Every day is hard. I mean, come on. You're hiking the Appalachian Trail, right? And you're walking every day, all day. And so, but we had some good things happen today. We crossed into Connecticut. We had a beautiful trail to start off with, and then had lunch with Jim and Janice, and finishing our trek for the day. And then tomorrow I'll have a shorter day of hiking and be able to take a shower because we need it. At least I do. I don't go around and smell them, but I'm assuming that they've been sweating as much as I have without a shower, or I'll probably in need of one. So I'm gonna keep on trekking here, and I'll turn around and let you see the good part of the, I wish I could have shown you the climb and more the descent, but I'll show you this part. Okay. See, the trail is like this all the time. Well, we'd probably get bored, but it's good to have this to end our day with. The last downhill was pretty rocky, really, really rocky actually. And with everything being wet, we had to make sure that we were being careful. Not that we're not careful all the time, but you know what I mean. All right, you've seen the trail, and now it's time for me to use both my trekking poles so I can keep on my feet. Turned off to the Mount Algo shelter. I do hear voices over there, so not sure what the shelter situation is going to be like, but fingers crossed there's enough room for 3. And it looks like we're going to get here before the storm crashes in on us. And here's the stream. See? That's what I'm talking about. That's the way it should always be. I love that. All right, well, it looks like we made it into the shelter without the storm hitting us. So we are getting set up, and we were lucky enough to only have 2 people in the shelter when we got here. So there's room enough for us to get in. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that or not, but that is the rain that we just missed. And it is 5:07, no, 5:27. So we just made it. Well, the rain has started again. Got my backpack up there. All my stuff on the side. And you can't really see my bed, but it is 6:47. And I'm gonna call it a day. It was a good day, had fun. So grateful that we got here before the big rain started. We got little sprinkles, but it wasn't bad. And I'm in my new merino wool long sleeve and a pair of clean shorts. Everything else is hanging up. Hopefully it will get a little less damp than it is right now. It's not gonna dry, but maybe it'll get a little less damp. And then we have, I think, 14 miles to go tomorrow, and we will be going to a friend of season one's, and hopefully slack packing the next 2 days after that, and then taking a 0. So looking forward to the next few days and getting to meet the people in her life. So that'll be pretty cool. But I will see you guys on the trail tomorrow, and I hope you had a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys stayed drier today than I did. So whether it was by sweat or by rain. All right, bye, peace out.